part 2 of our video. The first time we created the coffee cup, which you can see on screen. I'm now going to actually turn it into the real thing. So to do that, I actually need to put my coffee in there first. So we're going to create a work plane, and we're going to draw a little disc just to represent our coffee. So I can see top down here as a work plane. If I click on plane, top is selected, I can then drag up a new work plane. So I probably want to do it just so I can see it, so let's take it up to about 80. So I just drag that. Again, I could type the number in here, it's perfectly fine. So I'm going to do an extrude. We looked at extrude in our first video. And we're going to use that same tool, that project tool. And I'm going to take the inside of my coffee cup. I'm going to press OK. And I've now got my layer of coffee. So I'm just going to pull that down. So I'm happy with it. So 2mm, doesn't matter what you do, just as long as you get that cup there. What you want to make sure is you don't end up doing that and it starts coming out the bottom. So as long as it's inside there, you'll be absolutely fine. So back into isometric, perspective, and get it onto the page. So this time we're now going to look at rendering, and you can honestly spend hours rendering things, but I'm going to give you a couple of quick tips to make it nice and easy. So applications, render studio. And straight away we've got our coffee cup rendering. So I'm going to colour the whole thing first, it just makes it a bit easier. So if I go to appearances, I'm going to go and look for, I'm going to use paint, spray paint. I'm going to start by applying a white spray paint to the whole thing. So it's up there, I'm going to click cup and then click OK. So the whole cup goes white. Now white on a white background isn't the greatest, so I'm going to show you how I can change that colour slightly. So I'm going to click on appearances, edit model appearances, use the little pipette, and then click on the colour you want. Now all we have to do is click colour here, and if I go to colour wheel, I can select what colour I want my coffee cup to be. So I can go through all the different colours until I find one that I like. So let's go for a nice lighter blue. We'll go for that sort of colour blue. Okay. So, problem is, I can't tell there's any coffee in the middle of it. So I'm going to go to appearances, and I just used this one up here before. It worked quite well. It's in my appearances. So I'm going to click on that, click on the surface, and click OK. And that's going to start rendering my cup of coffee. It's quite a strong cup of coffee, but I'm quite happy with that. Now this is where we can play about with a few things. If I go to just below where it says real time and settings, if you want to improve the quality of your render, you can go to a full simulation. And I'll whack up to 3 cores on there. Now what's going to happen, it's going to take some time, but it's going to render that into almost photo quality. Probably take 10 or 15 minutes to do that. But what's going to happen on the screen, it's going to keep improving. So what I'll do is at the start of both of the videos, I'll put a picture of this up so you can see what the finished product looks like before we get started. Again, thanks for watching. This has been Bishop's DTE. Stay safe.